Hello，大家好，
大家好
祝大家新年快乐，马年大吉。今天我和马基德，阿拉伯的一个好朋友在这里，
大家好，
在一个很漂亮的咖啡厅，然后这里有马的有没有看到啊？然后我们就谈一些这个阿拉伯文化和一些有趣的事情啊。So much, we're here in this beautiful cafe. So
Yes, thank you so much.
lots of people, a lot of Chinese living here. Also lots of people very curious about Dubai.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's most people that question is, what can Arabic people have four wives?
Oh, that's
Yeah, it's
that's
like
a very common question, I guess.
Yeah.
But before I start, allow me to also wish all the Chinese people, whether in UAE or mainland, happy lunar year, the year of the horse.
yeah,
And then we go back to the topic about the four wives. I get asked about this question
yeah.
every other day.
Okay.
They think that if you're Arab, is you have to marry four wives, or many Arab guys marry four wives. But
Yeah.
that's not true, by the way.
Yeah.
Because it comes with a lot of regulations and responsibilities to get married. So polygamy is halal, is allowed in Islam, true, but it has its own terms and conditions, I would say.
So I have one question. How many wives you have?
I have zero wives.
Zero wife.
Yeah.
So this is
Zero
not
wives,
true, huh?
it's
So
not true.
Not
No.
everybody have four wives.
No, that's not true. In Islam, if you want to have more than one wife,
Okay.
you should be fair in terms of the way you treat them, whether like with financials, emotional. You
Yeah.
should give them equal, resources, like equal houses, equal money, all these things. So, and also you need to treat them equally. And if you cannot satisfy this condition,
Yeah.
you can only marry one wife, strictly one wife. Yeah.
So one more question.
Yeah.
If you marry four wives, for
Yeah.
example, so is four wives can live in one house or no?
No,
No,
No.
separate house.
it's better to live in separate
So
houses.
they know each other or they don't know each other? Like,
In some cases, they know. In
but
some
they
cases-
like friends or they are like
It
always.
depends, not always. Like I don't think women like to share a man.
Yeah.
So in some families, yes. In some families, especially big families,
Yeah.
I've seen some examples. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen some examples like the first wife and the second wife. They're close friends.
Okay.
Yeah, like I know a story that happened in a neighboring country. I'm not gonna mention which country, but
Okay.
the wife wanted her friend to live with them,
Okay.
so she proposed for her to be the second wife.
Oh,
Yeah, she got mad. Then both of them
like
know.
a reference.
Yeah.
Like a fun job.
Yeah, she referred to him like that, and then now they live together like in neighbors. They're neighbors.
Okay.
So,
So that's
sometimes-
interesting, huh?
Yeah, sometimes it can happen.
So as you condition, I think most of Arab here have only one wife, right?
Yeah, the majority have one wife.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Islam said you can marry one or two or three,
Yeah.
four, but if you cannot be fair, then only one wife. This is from our Islamic script.
Okay. Also, there's lots of people because you are born and raised in UAE,
Yes,
right, in
yes.
Dubai. So lots of people said that when you live in this country, you are the citizen, you will have like free land, free house. You don't have to work. Is that true?
That's not quite true. The government does support its locals. That's
Yeah.
that's true. They support them with landing, with housing. There's the UAE government take care of its citizens. That's 100% true.
Yeah.
But just people also have to work. You cannot just sit down and get money.
Ah.
So they encourage people to work, especially in the private sector. The
Yeah.
government is giving them incentives called NAFIS. If
Yeah.
you heard of NAFIS.
Yeah.
So the government give them NAFIS. If you get a job, then the government will give you a minimum salary requirement.
Yeah.
So they will pay the difference.
But they will pay the difference
Yes,
if
yes.
they offer you the price is low, the salary is
For example, let's say the minimum salary will be somewhere around 20,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this number I'm not 100% sure about. But let's say then the private company offer you 12,000.
Yeah.
Then the NAFIS program will give you additional 8.
So it's called Nafis.
NAFIS, which means compete, because they're encouraging the Emirati citizens to join the private sector.
Okay. So now in UAE, I know this country become lots of resolutions for the system. You know, they don't have anything like before. Lots of business they need a sponsor, right?
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
So, for example, in Dubai,
Yeah.
if you are a Chinese national, you want to start a business in Dubai, you can own your business 100%.
100%.
100%, yeah, 100% ownership,
Yeah.
and also you can operate on whether mainland or free zone, and you can own your business.
And how about know that UAE applied for tax, like
Yes.
value added tax? As
Yes,
I know, it's
that.
5%.
It's
Right?
one of the lowest around the world. It's only 5%, you know.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you compare to other countries, it's 15,
Ah.
17, 20. If in Europe, 30 in some cases.
Yeah, yeah.
I think Italy, like one of the highest.
And also there is a corporate tax, right?
There's corporate taxes, yes, for businesses.
Yeah.
It's about, correct me if I'm mistaken, 9%.
Yes. Yes.
Is 9%, and you have to make, I think, minimum 370,000 revenue
Yeah.
before you are taxed. But you have to report, your revenue for taxes. Like you need to keep record of your, cash flow into the company, of course.
Yeah.
Which still also low. 9% corporate tax is low. Income tax doesn't exist in UAE yet. There's no income
For
tax.
personal income.
Yeah,
There is
if
no
you
tax.
work, if it's a job, you don't pay taxes.
Yeah, I think that's why lots of European or
A lot of them, they started coming to
work,
Dubai,
yeah,
to work.
become tax residents.
Definitely,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Whether they even have jobs in their home
Yeah.
countries, but they come live here. Yeah, and then they know they don't have to pay any tax here in UAE in terms of your income. But if you're a company, there's 9%,
Yeah.
and there's also the VAT, value added tax of 5%.
Speaking of this, is like locals, Emiratis, they have like exception for the tax, or is the same as others?
They pay VAT, yeah, and also they pay
Corporate tax, so it's the same.
Yeah,
So I think that's why this place lots of people foreigner coming because they treat everybody equally, right?
yes, they do.
Yeah.
So, that's one thing in UAE is like everyone is treated with respect,
Yeah.
and there's like inclusivity. So as long as you respect the local laws and regulations,
Yeah.
and you respect the local culture,
Yeah.
you're always welcome in UAE. You don't feel any difference.
Oh.
The people here also for years, know that the local police putting tremendous effort
Yeah.
to make everyone feel safe. For example, if you're a woman,
Mhm.
and maybe in some, again, I will not mention countries, but like in Dubai, for example, if you're a woman, you can walk maybe after work at 1 a.m., 2 a.m., you're safe.
Yeah.
Because the police is always like maintaining like a safe environment.
Patrolling like this.
There's patrolling even here, like we are in like a mountain area, and just the police pass by,
Yes. Yes.
they honked just to check everything is fine, people are safe.
Yeah.
So that's another advantage is if you live in a place where you can feel safe, your family feels safe, your kids feel safe, it's also important.
Yeah.
It's also attractive to foreigners to come.
Yeah.
For example, like in some countries, maybe there's a lot of like street attacks. They pickpocket, and people maybe take money from you under like
Yes. Yes.
threats. But this never happens in UAE.
Never happened.
Yeah, very, very, very difficult to happen because there's always like surveillance by the police. They check everything. Everyone is safe. Yeah.
Same like China. China also very safe.
Which is beautiful,
Yeah.
Like, sometimes you just need safety. That is always a blessing, I think.
Yeah.
Got many friends coming from China. They're starting businesses in Dubai, and I always ask them like, why Dubai? Why did you choose Dubai? And they mentioned some of the factors that we already mentioned. Like the safety. One of them is the safety, the taxes. Also, they believe that UAE is maintaining like family values.
Okay.
So like if you have a family, you have daughter or like a son. So UAE still maintains this kind of like the culture, like the culture is there.
Traditional culture, right?
Traditional culture to maintain family values.
Yeah.
That's also very important these days.
For example, if working UAE, like some standard skills you should have. What standard skill you must have to come work?
First of all, I would say like English language is very important.
Yeah.
If you speak English, is important. Chinese now is also adding a lot of values because there's like a demand for businesses actually to target Chinese citizens, whether living in UAE or abroad, whether for tourism or whether for like services, real estate. So if you speak English is good. So if you're a Chinese wants to come and work in Dubai, for example, like English language skills is also very important. I would say you might need like a university degree because it's the minimum for you to get like an office job. Maybe experience, if you have experience back home, maybe 1 or 2 years of experience in sales. If you want to target, for example, real estate, maybe a good portfolio back home, or like good portfolio of clients can open up a lot of doors for you in the job market.
So also speak of business, they said Dubai everything is very expensive. Is that true? Everything expensive like everywhere, or there is
Honestly,
some
it
option?
depends how you live your life.
Yeah.
Because in Dubai, of course, you can live an economic life, or
Yeah.
you can live lavish life. You know, everything is available.
Everything is available.
Yeah, everything is available. Yeah, it's I would say rent-wise, maybe it's a bit higher than the surrounding Emirates.
Yeah.
But in terms of, there's still places in Dubai where you can rent for reasonable, amount,
Yeah.
But if you want to live in downtown or you live in like the Palm, Jumeirah,
Yeah.
this is like you're talking about, like New York downtown, or like everywhere is expensive. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you go to downtown Beijing, it's not the same price as the outskirts of Beijing. Yeah?
Sure.
So similar, I'll say.
Yeah, that's why I raised that people invest here because they got very high return of interest.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Yes. There's a lot of projects coming to Dubai. There's always like a progress in terms of infrastructure,
Yeah.
in terms of like events and things that are happening. Dubai is always attracting, investors, attracting new, talents to the region. So
Yeah.
a lot of people, when they come and invest in Dubai, within 3 or 4 years, sometimes in lucky, incidents, they even double or triple their investment
Yeah.
in terms of sales.
All right. What do you want to asking about China? Chinese New Year, Horse Year is coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm from. My year is the dragon.
Dragon.
Is a dragon.
Yeah, but in fact, Dragon Year is very good with the horse.
So I'm hoping, guys,
Yeah.
like this year is gonna be a lucky year for me.
Yeah, 龙马精神 because we got dragon and the horse.
Yes.
They're always together. It's a spirit of Chinese culture. So you can follow me. At the end of the video, we can say 龙马精神，新年快乐。
龙马
精神，
龙马精神，
新年快乐。
新年快乐。
谢谢。
谢谢。